Everybody got the script? Everybody got? They have it in their iPhone? Okay. Last time I completed 2 verses, right?
Yeah, there's a QR code there something.
Ah,
Now
okay.
we can paste the link.
I can't hear.
Huh?
Mic is working, right?
Yeah, I think working, yes. Okay, let's start. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Shri Saraswatyai Namaha Shri Sadgurubhyo Namaha Samasta Janakalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Satgurum Brahmavidvaram Manojavam Marudatulyavegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam Vatatmajam Vanarayutamukhyam Sriramadutam Sirasa Namami Santoshini Jaganmata Mama Saubhagyavriddhaye Namaskaromi Bhaktya Tvam Prasanna Varada Bhava Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Kridau Vande Bhagavandau Punah Punaha Om Namah Pranavarthaya Shuddha-jnanaigamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashandaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Satchitanandarupaya Vishwotpattyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Sri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha Nilambujasyamalakomalangam Sita Samaropita Vamabhagam Panau Mahasayakacharu Chapam Namami Ramam Raghuvamshanatham. So last time we saw one is walk value of walk. Walk bhushanam bhushanam. That is the greatest ornament. And the second one we saw was Vidya Dhanam. Vidya Dhanam is the greatest Dhanam that we can give it to our children. That is why Vidya Dhanam is considered very auspicious If you give real dhanam, material dhanam, children, our young generation now, they have no values. They have different ideas. So it is better give them good education, good values. That alone will keep them good, survive in the society, and also they become good citizens in any country. So continuing that thought, but Bhartrihari is adding one more verse here, 20th verse. Vidya nama narasya roopamadhikam prachanna guptam dhanam vidya bhogakari yasas sukhakari vidya gurunam guruhu vidya bandhujano videshagamane vidya paradevata vidya rajasupuchita natu dhanam vidya vihinaha pashuhu vidya vihinaha pashuhu. He says, man without knowledge is equal to animal. Now what are the glories of Vidya? Vidya narasya athikam rupam. Knowledge alone adds beauty to a person. It is an invincible beauty. How do you say that knowledge adds to beauty? To understand this, you should know the definition of beauty. Beauty is that which gives joy to the observer. Beauty is defined that which gives joy. Ugliness disturbs the mind. Beauty gives the joy. Now, what is the definition of joy? An object of joy is that which attracts people towards itself. Saundaryam sukhapradam akarshakam. That is why Lord Krishna was called Krishna. Krishna means sarvan swasamipam karshati iti Krishna. Sarvan swasamipan karshati iti Krishna. The one who drags everyone to himself is Krishna. Kris means to drag. Now we say Vidyavan is beautiful because through Vidya he gives Ananda to all people. He attracts many disciples, students, or seekers of knowledge in hundreds and thousands. The beauty is not physical, but the beauty is subtle. That is why when Vyasacharya is glorified in the Gita, it is said, Tamostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Fullara Vindayata Patra Netra. Vyasacharya is described as a beautiful person with eyes like a Fulla Aravinda Patra, fully blossomed lotus petal. Ayatanam means fully blossomed, fully bloomed. Netra means the eyes. Fulla Aravinda Ayata Patra Netra. The one whose eyes are attractive and long like the petals of a fully bloomed lotus. Now everybody knows from scripture that Vyasa was the ugliest person. It is clearly said that Vyasa was ugly. Madhusudana Saraswati, who wrote this Dhyana Shloka, also knows that. Then why did he describe Vyasa Fulla Aravinda Ayata Patra Netra? It is because he wants to say that he was an attractive person, not physically, but in a subtle manner. To symbolize that, he with the physical description also, that is why in the first line it is said, Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe. The I stands for knowledge. Jnana Chakshu Vishalam. Therefore, they are so beautiful. So, Vidya Nama Narasya Rupa Matikam. Here, Nama means Prasiddhi. It is well known. Prachanna Guptam Dhanam. It is concealed wealth. It is not seen outside. It is like some people concealing gold biscuit within the walls and all that. Here it is naturally concealed. By seeing the head, can you know whether he is educated or not? That is why Arjuna asked the question, Siddhaprajnasya Gabhasha, in 2nd chapter. What are the characteristics of a man of wisdom? By looking at him, you won't know. So, what are the lakshanas? He asks. Therefore, it is prachannam, concealed, and therefore guptam, well protected, secure wealth, hidden wealth. It is concealed and therefore ever secured wealth. Vidya bhogakari. This knowledge gives all the bhogas, sense pleasures. Vidya can give you material pleasures also. Yashas sukhakari. It can give fame and ananda, or the ananda born out of fame. It is because the more knowledgeable the person is, the more well known he becomes. He will get the Nobel Prize for chemistry, physics, or mathematics. It comes automatically. Vidya Gurunam Guruhu. Knowledge is the Guru of all Gurus. Therefore, Narasya Atikam Rupam Vidya is Prachanna Guptam Dhanam. Vidya Bhogakari. In the olden days, Vidya, the learned person was supported by king himself. Because those days the king himself was a learned person. Unlike the politicians now. They cannot patronize now because they do not know what is intelligence, wisdom, learning, etc. People like Harsha or Vikramaditya were themselves learned, great poets and Vedantins. Naturally, they did everything to sustain the learning. Therefore, they provided all facilities for learned people. When there is learning, that person will be supported by all. Grants will be given, facilities will be given, and therefore, Vidya Bhogakari, Yasas Sukhakari. Knowledge also gives the pleasure of fame. Naturally, when a person is learned, he becomes famous. That is also another type of pleasure. Vidya Gurunam Guruhu. Wisdom is the teacher of all teachers. Vidya Bandhujano Videshagamane. When a person goes abroad, his greatest friend is the knowledge or learning only. Now, it is said Swami Vivekananda, when he traveled from India all the way to America, he didn't have any money. But he totally depended upon Bhagavan. His Vidya is the one that has kept him, made him so famous. That Brahma Vidya he had, that was the greatest Vidya. So Vidyanam, Gurunam, Guruhu. When a person goes abroad, his greatest friend is the knowledge or learning only. That is why you are all here in this country, isn't it? Because of your learning. Your PhDs and masters and whatever that you have earned, that is the one that is keeping you. Because once he has the necessary qualification, he will get all type of help because of the learning. Therefore, it is as good as bandhu. So Videshagamane Vidya Bandhu Janaha. It is equal to relatives or friends. Vidya Param Devatam. Knowledge itself is the greatest goddess and greatest God which we worship as Saksha Saraswati Devi. It need not be spiritual learning. We worship all types of learning as Saksha Saraswati. Vidya Raja Supujyate Nahi Dhanam. The king also respects Vidya. The inner wealth more than the outer wealth. It is again based on the practice of olden days. Vidya Raja Supujyate. They don't go by money. They go by merit, knowledge, intelligence and learning. That is respected more than material wealth. Therefore, Vidya Vihina Pashuhu. The one who does not have Vidya is as good as an animal. So, a man minus knowledge is equal to animal. So, Vidyadhanam Sarvadhanat Pradhanam. Continuing, 21st verse. Kshandischet kavachena kim kimaribhik krodhosti chettehinam jnadischedhanalena kim yadi suhrat divyoshadhai kim phalam kim sarpairyadi durjana kimudhaner Vidyanavandhyayadi Vrida chet kimu bhushanai sugavita yadyasti rajyena him. Here Bhartrihari gives a list of things which are worth having, desirable and those which are not desirable. Now, what is the first one which is desirable for all? Is it Kshantihi? Kshantihi means Kshama. Kshama means tolerance, patience. Here Bhartrihari presents Kshama as the best Kavacham. Now, Kavacham means a protecting shield, covering, insulation, armor, guard. What is the Kavacham for? Adi. It is not for physical body, but for the Kavacham is for the mind. The body is exposed to the external world. Because of its exposure, the body may be affected by heat, cold, dust or diseases. If he is a warrior, the body can be affected by weapons. Therefore, we put a kavacham. Now, not to get affected by cold season is coming. What is the kavacham? Coat, sweater, etc. is a kavacham. Now, for the mind, what is the kavacham? Armor. Because we are exposed to the world. World means people. And interacting with people, there will be lot of bullets, lot of arrows comes, hit you. Whether you want it or not, you get it sometime. So what is the kavacham for that? When the mind is exposed to the world with a different type of people, using different types of word, with different type of contact, the mind also get affected by the people's behavior, people's words, people's criticism, people's insult, casual remarks, and people disturbance. Now the mind is exposed to the world. What do you do to protect the mind which gets affected by various situations? We have got a physical kavacham for the body. We can have layers and layers of protection. What will we do for the mind? Bhartrhari says that there is a special kavacham. It is better that we take the kavacham because we cannot change the people outside, just as we cannot change the weather. You cannot stop the wind from blowing. What is the intelligent thing to do if you cannot control the world? You insulate yourself. Similarly, different people behave differently. It may be our roommate, it may be our neighbor, or it may be our own relatives. When they behave in a certain way, I get irritated. I get angry even after studying Vedanta. If I go and tell that person, it can become worse and it would create a bigger problem. Even if manage to tell that person and correct, how many people can I correct? Therefore, it is foolish, it is impractical, and it is impracticable to change the behavior of the world. At the same time, when the world behaves in a particular way, I am hurt, I am affected, and I get irritated. What should I do? Bhartrhari asks us to put a kavacham. What is the kavacham? It is called Chantihi. Once Kshama Kavacham is there, Bhartrhari says, Kavachena kim? What other Kavacham do you require if you have got the powerful Kshama Kavacham? The word Kshama is a very significant word. Lord Krishna often uses this word in Bhagavad Gita. In the 13th chapter, he uses the word Ahimsa Kshantirarjavam. Acharyopasanam Shaucham Sthiryam Atma Vinigraha Indriyartheshu. The 20 values are there. Amanitamadam Vittam Ityadi. In the 16th chapter also, he uses the word Kshama. There, Shankaracharya writes a beautiful commentary because Lord Krishna uses two expressions. One is akrodha and another is kshama. Akrodha and kshama are twofold disciplines, twofold virtues. Akrodha is the skill to handle anger. It's called anger management. You must have heard time management, wealth management. Then was stress management. All these workshops are all there nowadays. Now you should have a workshop also anger management. And we have also desire management. That also there. So anger management. Once it rises in the mind, anger is a powerful emotion which can cause damage once it has risen. It is like an acid. It corrodes and burns wherever it goes. Now we have to handle the anger with least damage. It is going to cause damage. If suppressed, it damages the mind. If expressed, it damages the people around. Expression is also dangerous and suppression is also dangerous. We have to neutralize the anger very skillfully. That skill is called akrodha. The next higher level is called kshama. So, as the anger rises in the mind, you know you are getting angry. And you can tell the other person also, I am getting angry. Now don't make me angry too much. then that person will tease you. He'll make you more angry. And then what is the best method? You just move away from there. Get out of that place. Or change the topic. Don't discuss further. And avoid the situation of getting unnecessarily aggravated by the other person. And when you become anger, what happens? You become weaker. Your strength goes. The other person has got upper hand on you. Then he will manipulate you in a way he wants. And you should not become a victim of others' manipulation. And these are all people, there are predictable people are there. Some people have got a wrong button. If you touch that button, he flares up. But you don't give that button to somebody. That is a key. So, akrodha. So, as the krodha arises, we should realize it. It is coming. It is dangerous. It make me a fool. So that I will become a laughing stock. And then once that anger develops into real, manifest outside, then what happens? It is damaging. And then afterward the damage, you have to work damage control afterwards. Lot of damage control is required. Here in America and Western countries, there is simple method, I am sorry. That's all. But sorry doesn't work. That person doesn't accept your sorry. They may say, okay, but then he will keep it in his mind. Whole lifetime. So once krodham comes, anger comes, it is to be managed. Better avoid the situation. Even if that person call you a coward, useless, doesn't matter. Don't get irritated. Just avoid the situation. That is a wiser. And another method is the kshama. In the first stage, I manage anger. In the next higher stage, I avoid the very rising of anger. This avoidance of anger is called kshama, tolerance. It is the capacity to postpone violent remedies to any unfavorable situation. That's why in Ramayana there is a beautiful scene where Ramchandraji killed Vali and made Sugriva the king. And he told him, it is a rainy season, 4 months, we cannot do anything. So therefore, you go and enjoy your kingdom and royal pleasures. And after 4 months, you come back and we will search for Sitaji. And 4 months over, Sugriva's no sign of Sugriva coming. So Bhagavan really got angry. And he told Lakshmana, go and remind him. And remind him that that arrow that killed Vali, I still have it with me. But I will not do it today, I will do it tomorrow. See? Tomorrow I will do it. So this is what is the technique of handling anger. Whenever you feel like calling that person and giving your mind, give him tit for tat, eye for an eye. That thought comes to your mind, postpone it for next day, not today, tomorrow. Tomorrow comes, you will calm down. When you calm down, when you start thinking, then you will ignore it. You don't even do that. Why? What is the point? You will see. So this is the method of anger management. So it is the capacity to postpone violent remedies to any unfavorable situation. Whenever there is an unfavorable situation, we have got quick remedies. Quick remedies are like what? Shouting, kicking, hitting, dismissing and resigning are generally violent. Because when you get angry with your boss, you just submit your resignation and walk out. No, that things are all violent remedies, quick remedies. But that doesn't help. Thus, rash and quick remedies are there for difficult situations which are generally violent and hurtful. By kshama, we mean the capacity to postpone all violent remedies to any situation with the understanding that any violent remedy may work, but the side effects are worse than the disease itself. An angry remedy, a violent remedy, is a remedy, but the side effects are worse than the disease itself. With this understanding, I postpone it. It's called kshama. Kshama and akrodha. These two words you have to keep in mind and practice it also. I tried all the peaceful method and only as the last resort. Sama, dana, bheda, danda. I should resort to violent remedies. I should be able to give a long rope for any adharma taking place or for any mistake going on. This capacity is called chantihi. If I should develop this capacity, I should have two virtues. One is my expectation in life should be minimum. Greater the expectation, greater the irritation. So my expectation should be minimum. Second virtue is that I should have tremendous strength to suffer unfavorable situation. These are all depicted in Mahabharata. See, Dharmaraja was an embodiment of dharma, and how he showed his kshama towards Duryodhanadis at every step. That is a demonstration of this particular value, kshama. So, when I am patient, naturally I have to try sama for a while, mean good counseling, talk to them nicely, that is sama. Then dana, you give something, gift and all that, some time to please somebody. So maska mare bolte hain, theek hai, chalega, but you have to give. Then bheda, divide and rule. See, show them the problems that may cause. Then only dandap, then only punishment. If I am going to give a longer rope, naturally the time taken to solve a problem is going to be more in peaceful method. Any peaceful solution involves time. Any violent solution is quick. Since peaceful solutions are time consuming, until the solution works, I have to suffer the difficulties. To suffer the difficulties, I should have inner strength. That what kshama requires lesser expectation and more inner strength. That is why there is a saying, kshama virasya lakshanam. Though it is a lakshana of a vira. Vira means a hero. So inner strength. Therefore, kshama requires lesser expectation and more inner strength. If these two are there, kshama will be there. If kshama is there, that is the best kavacham in life. Where everybody is fretting and fuming, this person will stay calm. Therefore, shanti chet. If kshama is there, kavachena kim. Why should you look for any other armor? That is why we should have the inner love for everybody. This love for people, love for everyone, love for humanity, love for a country, love for the nation, all these things should be there in your mind, then only you can practice kshama. Because when your child misbehaves or does something wrong, you don't react like take a revenge. You keep Nothing like that. Why? He is your child. So that is because of your love for the child. You are able to forgive him, forget his mistake, and go forward, move forward. The same way, one should have that kshama towards everybody else. Then you will be able to practice this easily. Therefore, Shanti Chet, if Kshama is there, Kavachena Kim. Why should you look for any other armor? Then Kim Aribihi Krotaha Asti Chet. If Kshama is the greatest armor or shield, the greatest enemy is anger, which is an internal enemy. Antara Shatruhu. Kamayesha Krodayesha Rajoguna Samudbhavaha Mahashano Mahapatma Vittena Ihavairinam. So Bhagavan said in Gita. So this Krodha, anger is called an enemy. It is because the definition of enemy is the one whoever obstructs Purushartha. That is the human goal. Purushartha Apakari Shatruhu. Who is a friend? Purushartha Upakari Mitram. So, whatever stands between me and my goal, our goal is moksha. Moksha is my enemy. So, who is the enemy? Anger is the enemy for our goal called moksha. But Swamiji, we are not interested in moksha. We are very young. Why should we go to moksha now? That you have misunderstood. All of you want moksha only. Isn't it? Is it not? Suppose the lecture is very boring. Then what do you want moksha from this, right? Immediate relief is what? How look for that's why people sit at the corner, that they can every time get up and go. Back seat also, so nobody will notice. Front seat, nobody occupies, I don't know why. Because they are afraid. Suppose the lecture is boring, it will be a problem. I get stuck. So freedom, complete freedom, physical, mental, intellectual level, the freedom from our own ego, ahankara, that is called moksha. And we all want happiness. What is that we want? Happiness, isn't it? Everybody wants happiness. But not temporary happiness. We all have temporary happiness. Every joy that you have today is all temporary, isn't it? Very, very, very short-lived, isn't it? Even the greatest sweet you take, like rasagula or something, what is that? Joy is only short-lived, isn't it? But the attachment to it, bandhanam towards that joy, the joy of that object is permanent. So this is, but we don't know how to enjoy without getting caught up. That technique Bhagavan teaches you in Bhagavad Gita. How to enjoy life without getting entangled, without getting caught up in the web of samsara. How to enjoy the world. Bhagavan has created this world for our enjoyment only, but we don't know how to enjoy it. Along with this world, He created us, this beautiful body, and also given you an intelligence. But we don't know how to use this intelligence. That is a problem. The intelligence that is given to us to reach the goal. But what are we doing? That's why Arjuna says, Karpanya dosho bahatas svabhaha prichhamitvam dharma sammudha chetaha shreyasyan nishchitam bruhitan me shishyasteham sadimam tvam prapannam Karpanya dosha means kripanasya bhavaha. Karpanya dosha means kripanasya bhava. Kripana means miser. Miserliness in using my intellect. I am given this great wealth by the Lord, but I rarely use it for the purpose for which it is meant. Since you are all listening nicely, I will tell you a joke. When I talked about Kripana is miser. Miser is a person who has money, but he has no heart to spend. That is called miser. He has wealth. That is why they say Indians here in this country, they die rich, live poor. That is called miserliness. They don't know how to enjoy life, what to do. Look at the Americans, they live for the day. They don't worry about tomorrow. Dekha jayenge. But we are worried about our second generation, third generation, fourth generation, seventh generation we want to keep for them. But we forget to live. Continuously working one job, two jobs, Saturday, Sunday jobs, that there is no time for anything to even to breathe. Forget to live. Live happily. Enjoy, spend your money. And give good education to your children and leave them alone. Let them make their own money. And they are capable also. That should be the spirit. Go for a ride, what you call some tour or some places, vacation. Take some vacation, take the family for a vacation. Enjoy yourself on a cruise or something. Otherwise, what happens? People don't even know, from office to house every day. Nothing else. Maximum to the Patel brothers they go. That's all. What a life it is. Think about it. So, this miser, there was a miser living in near Ganganji. He thought one day I should do some tarpanam for my forefathers. So, this is considered very auspicious. So, he thought an auspicious day, he started from his home. 15 miles away his house is. So, he didn't even spend money to in the bus or anything. He walked and reached there. And when he reached Ganges, the ghat, there are a lot of pandas are there. They will ask money for doing that shraddham. So he wanted to escape from them. So he went far, far away and started doing this tarpanam. And Bhagavan Shivji thought that this fellow is cheating my pandas. So he himself assumed a form of panda and appeared before him. And he said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And this man, miser, thought that, to whom I want to avoid, he is here now. Now what to do? Yet anyway, you have come, I want to do tarpanam for my forefathers. What is the fee you want? Before, otherwise afterwards bargain will be there, the problem. But before everything started, he settled. He said 8 annas, Indian 8 annas. Okay, olden days that was great. 8 annas you can do so many things, but now 8 annas nothing. So he agreed. It is Bhagavan. So he agreed. So he conducted the ritual, and then finally ritual is over. He asked for the dakshina. Why don't you give me the dakshina 8 annas? He said, I didn't bring any money with me. So my house address is this. You can come and collect from me. So he thought that 15 miles this panda will not walk and come and ask for the money. He didn't know it was Bhagavan. Bhagavan can appear anywhere. And he went away. Next day morning, Bhagavan appeared in front of his house as panda and knocked at the door. The wife opened the door. He asked, so and so is here. Ah, he's here. She went inside, came back very sad. What happened? He just died. He says, what? Bhagavan was thinking, Lord Shiva is thinking, the death department is my department. How can he die without my knowledge? He was wondering. And he said, okay, I have come all the way from Kashi. Now let me do his last rites also and then go. Now, wife didn't say anything. And he called 2-3 people from neighbors and put him on a stretcher, what that, this bamboo thing. And then they said, Ram Nam Satya Hai, Ram Nam Satya Hai. They took him to the cremation ground. Now, this man is not opening his eyes. He is dead, stiff, not even moving. And then they went to the smashanam. And Bhagavan is worried now. Why? Because he knows he is not dead. So how can you burn somebody who is alive? That is also Mahapapam. So Bhagavan did some magic and all that, and these people were frightened, they ran away. Then afterwards, Bhagavan and him both. Now, Bhagavan said, I am not Panda, I am Lord Shiva himself. You open your eyes and see. And he opened one eye and saw it was Lord Shiva standing. I am pleased with you. I am pleased with your devotion for money. I am very pleased. So please ask of me what you want. I will grant you. Now this man opened both eyes and said, Bhagavan, if you are pleased with me, forget about that 8 annas. Now look at this. He has got all the opportunity to ask what is the highest in this life. And what did he settle for? 8 annas. This is our situation, okay? We have the highest power in us given by the Lord. And we are not using it. We are only using it for paltry 8 annas in our life. That is what the point here is. So, Kavache Kshama, Kavachena Kim. Why should you look for any other armor? The Kim Aribihi Krotaha Asti Chet. If anger is called enemy, it is because the definition of enemy is the one whoever obstructs Purushartha. That is the human goal. From there only I took off, okay. Purushartaha apakari shatruhu, who is a friend. Purushartaha upakari pitram. So whatever stands between me and the seeker and my goal, which is moksha, is my enemy. Anger is enemy because anger postpones moksha. How can anger postpone moksha? It is because anger obstructs the discrimination, viveka. If viveka is stifled, jnanam is postponed. Anger obstructs the viveka. If viveka is obstructed, jnanam is postponed. If jnanam is postponed, moksha is postponed. That is why in Gita also, dhumena vriyate vannihi yadadarsho malena cha yadolbhe navrudo garbhat tatha tenedam avrutam avrutam jnanametena jnanino nityavairina. Kamarupena, instead of that you can say krodharupena kaunteya dushpurena nalena cha. So, you can replace that from Kamarupena with Krodharupena because in Krishna's version, Kama and Krodha are synonyms. Therefore, Bhartrihari says, you don't require any enemy in the world as long as you have got this one enemy inside which will dig your grave. Another nicely said, authors nicely said that if you want to get angry, get angry with anger. saying that you are obstructing me, my moksha, so don't have anger. If you are very particular that you should have anger, better be angry with your anger. Therefore, krodhaha asti chet. If anger is there, kim aribihi. What other enemy is needed? Dehinam. Dehinam should be connected with everything. So, dehinam chantihi chet kavachenahim. Dehinam krodhaha chet aribhihi kim. Dehinam nyatihi chet analena kim. Each one you have to supply. The next one is nyatihi. Nyatihi means relatives who ask for share in the property. Those who seek share are here called nyatihi. If such nyatis are there who ask for a share, Bhatrahari says, you don't require any fire. Just as fire burnt, they also eat away, burn away all your wealth. Therefore, you don't require any other fire other than relatives. So, jnatihi chet kim analena. Why do you require fire if there are a few such people around, asking for this and that all the time, biting from all sides? Yati suhrit divya aushadehi kim phalam. If there is a good friend, you don't require any type of medicine because the very love, care, friendship, etc. itself will cure the disease. It is because a sick man needs more love and care than medicine. This is the psychology. Even a doctor will be successful if he has got love and care for the patient. The role of the medicine is there, but more than that, the psychological consultation that he gives has got a tremendous effect. Sometimes, even if medicine is not there, if somebody goes regularly and cares for them, saying that I am here, it will have tremendous effect on the patient. I read somewhere in, I think, Reader's Digest, I think, that in a hospital there was an orphan who had nobody to care for him. He had some terminal disease and he was about to die. Then somebody was coming regularly and giving him one flower for get well soon. After he regularly received it, there was some improvement. Everybody wants somebody to belong to them and they should belong to someone. Because of the sense of belonging, this person started recovering. Then tragedy struck. This person was giving the flower on behalf of someone. The center had written a bed number which was wrong. So the flower was supposed to be given to somebody else. After knowing that bed number is different, he stopped giving the flower to this man and started giving to the other person. This news came to the recovering person. He got the flower for a few days, then stopped coming. That person died because that little bit of love and care which came stopped. It was a Reader's Digest story, but what I want to say is that more than medicine, people want love, care, etc. Therefore, Bhatrahari says, Suhrit asti chet. If a noble-minded person, a caring person is there, divya aushadehi kim. Why do we require heavenly medicine? We don't require any such thing. Then, kim sarpaihi yati durjanaha. If there are durjanas, dushtajanaha, wicked people, corrupt people, cantankerous people, stinking people, poisonous people are there. Do we require cobras? Yadi durjanaha santi kim sarpaihi. We don't require sarpa, snake. Then anavadya vidya yati. If holy knowledge, sacred knowledge is there as the possession, why do you require any other wealth? Kimu dhanaihi. The best wealth is knowledge. They say that the mathematician Ramanujam was playing with numbers even in his deathbed. They say that when he was about to die, some friend came and Ramanujam asked him his car number. The friend said some number, then it seems Ramanujam said that this is the only number which can be expressed as the addition of two cubes. Now look at this, his mind was working even at that time. Once the mind is there in Vidya, Vedanta Vakyeshu Sada Ramantaha Vikshanna Matreshu Tushtimantaha. It need not be Vedanta, but a person can enjoy any science. Stephen Hawking is the best example. For him only brain works, nothing functions below the neck. He has some peculiar disease which takes away the strength from all the muscles. He cannot speak as that muscle is gone. Only one finger or something is working, and with that he touches some key and there is a computer board on which each letter comes. That is how he communicates. Even at this age, he continued to be a topmost scientist. I think he's no more, right? Yeah. He is analyzing how the world come and all that. So if jnanam is there, a person doesn't even worry about the pathetic condition of the physical body. He got married also, I heard. That is another wonder. Anyway, kimu dhanaihi anavadya vidya. Anavadya means nirdosha, dosha rahita, shuddha, shubha. Then vrida chet kimu bhushanaihi vrida. Vrida means modesty. Vrida. Not vrida. Vrida. Vrida means modesty, lajja, humility, vinaya, ityadi. Vrida. If that is there, kimu bhushanaihi. Why does a person require any other ornament if he has got vrida? Finally, Bhartrihari shows he is a poet. He says, Sukavita yati asti. If a person has got good poetry to enjoy, Rajyena kim, he says, who wants kingdom? The pleasure of kingdom is so gross that it is nothing, is comparable to enjoyment of a nice poetry. In Niti Shatakam itself, Bhartrihari tells, Sahitya Sangeeta Kala Vihinaha Sakshat Pashu Puchha Vishanahinaha Trinam Nakhadannapi Jivamanaha Tatbhagateyam Paramam Pashunam. It's not there. I don't think it's there. It's not there. Yeah. It is the 12th verse but so if a person cannot enjoy literature and music, Sahitya Sangeeta Kala Vihinaha. The person cannot enjoy literature and music. He says that he is a cow without horn and tail. So bad it is. The only blessing is that it doesn't compete with the cow for grazing in the ground. Tranamna khadannapi jivamanaha. tat bhagadehyam paramam pashunam. That is the blessing for the cow, he says. Therefore, it is an aesthetic beauty which one should learn to appreciate. And we should bring that aesthetic beauty in our children also, to appreciate aesthetic beauty. Take them to museum and all that places. Expose them to good music. Now continuing. Dakshin is 22nd verse. Dakshinyam sujane daya parajane Shadhyam sada durjane Priti sadhujane nayo nrupajane Vidvajane charjavam Shauryam shatrujane kshama gurujane Kantajane dhrishtada Ye chaivam purusha kala sukushalat Desheva lokastitihi. Here Bhatri gives some advice regarding how to conduct ourselves in front of different type of people. This is very practical because we have to deal with different kinds of people in the office, outside, neighbors, relatives also. Our own relatives are different types. One is good, another is haughty, like that. So first he takes the relatives, Sojanam. Sojanam means relatives who are in peculiar position. They are not like the direct family members, like son or daughter or mother or father. If belong to the category of daughter, son or father, I have got a duty to help them. There is no conflict. Then there is another set who is the common man in the society. There I am not bound by any duty that I should help. I can do something according to my capacity. But the relatives are neither direct family member nor can they be considered a third party. This is a peculiar relationship. What should I do if they need help? He says you cannot treat them like third person. You should always have some extra consideration, more than the third man in the world. Therefore, Sujane Dakshinyam, show consideration, be a little bit charitable with regard to family members. Even though you are not bound by the law, better you yourself offer to help to keep them away from disturbing you. That is why they are called Bandhavaha. There is a tie, but there is a connection. Therefore, be considerate. Of course, there is a limit also. Therefore, you should consider them more than third person on the street. Therefore, Sujanei Dakshinyam. Arjuna uses the word Sujane, Sujanam hi katham hatva. Repeatedly uses the word Sujanam there in first chapter of Gita. Therefore, consideration for relatives must be there. Dakshinyam means charity. That Daya Parijane, we should have kindness towards the assistants, workers and servants, etc., who are under our care. They are called Parijanaha. Show kindness. You don't treat them in a totally indifferent manner. Remaining in the same house, I use all luxury and I treat him like a dirt. I eat all kinds of nice food and keep it for 3 days. After it gets spoiled, instead of throwing, I give it to the servant. They are all not proper attitude. Treat them also as human beings. There are some people who are very charitable. They give plenty of money for institution and they do all kinds of things in the society. They may even belong to certain clubs. They do everything they do, but they don't treat their servants well. They do everything outside because they get name and fame. Therefore, all these are useless. You may do everything in the society, but if you are not able to treat your own servants properly, then it is improper. Therefore, show kindness towards your own servants. There are even charitable institutions which collect funds from public and go all over the nation and help when there are floods and earthquakes. Such institutions are there, and in those institutions there are some workers who get paid very less. What is the use of all the charity all over the nation if they can't protect their own employees? Therefore, first give good salary to your own people. Therefore, parijane daya, durjane shatyam. Literally means craftiness, cunningness, shatyam. Durjane with regard to wicked people, when the wicked people make use of deceit, then we must be able to get out of that as skillfully. In fact, this is an advice to a Kshatriya. In the olden days, the rulers always had to face the problem from neighboring kingdom. The best example is Duryodhana using all kinds of deceit to destroy Pandavas. In fact, they were facing it constantly. Duryodhana is not going to change by talking good words, because Bhishma tried, Drona tried, Lord Krishna tried, and even Dhritarashtra himself tried. So when normal method could not be used, Lord Krishna used all kinds of shatyam. To escape from Duryodhana's deceit, Lord Krishna handled the situation craftily. That is called shatyam. Anybody who was killed in Mahabharata, including Bhishma, Drona, Drishtadyumna, Duryodhana, were killed in a different way. All the people were killed in a different way because they were all wicked in one way or other. Or side, they became partners in the crime. Kshatriya is allowed to use those methods. This is not an advice to a common man. This is an advice to a Kshatriya because he has to face. Modern day example is Chhatrapati Shivaji facing Afzal Khan. He came with a deceit. He was 6 or 7 feet tall, and Shivaji was short. While embracing Shivaji, he took a dagger. At that time, if Shivaji talks about dharma, daya, dakshinyam, he will be out. Therefore, Shivaji had to use another method to destroy him. He killed the enemy using the secret weapon that he had. That method is called shatyam. Not that he wanted to destroy him in that manner, but he had to use that because he was victimized. Therefore, durjane shatyam. Then sadhu jane pritihi. With regard to noble people, have love, regard, liking their company. So may you desire for satsanga, their companionship, their association. Then nripajane nayaha. With regard to rulers or government, always follow the law. Wherever, which country you are, follow the law. Don't use the shortcut method. Nayaha means law. Be legal, be straightforward, don't be deceitful. It is good for the kingdom also, good for the king also, and good for the citizens also. So, nripajane nayaha means nyayaha, dharmaha, nitihi, vidvachane arjavam. Arjavam means straightforwardness or sincerity with regard to the learned people. That is, express your sincere desire to learn. It is because the rule for learned man is that never teach a student if he is not eager to learn. If he has a casual approach, never teach such a student because it is a waste of time. It will be cross ventilation, which means that he will hear from one ear and leave it from the other. Therefore, in those days, the teachers never used to teach straight away. They will give them some excuses initially. It is not that they don't want to teach. It is a way of testing. The famous story is that our Gurudev, when he went from, he was initiated the sannyas from Rishikesh, that is Swami Shivananda. And after 1 year staying with him, Swami Shivananda discovered that Swamiji wanted to learn more. And when he saw that he is a real Adhikari, qualified student to learn higher Vedanta, then he advised that he should go to Uttarakanchi and study under Swami Tapovanji Maharaj. So his picture is there. Tapovanji Maharaj was an authority on our Vedanta, especially Shankara Bhashyam. He was respected by the Mahatmas in the Himalayas. So Swami Shivanji wrote a letter to Tapovanji Maharaj, handed over to Swami Chinmaya, and asked him to go and meet him. He will teach you. So Swamiji forgot the letter. In his anxiety to go, he didn't take the letter with him. So he went there. No, this is from Rishikesh to Uttarakanchi. It is 6 hours drive. And the drive is what? 6 hours means 25 miles speed only you can go. You cannot go more than like our road, 60 miles and all that. No. All winding roads because mountainous road. So that much distance he walked and reached there. And in between there is a coffee shop, tea shop is there. And even now when we go there, we stop there and take a cup of tea because this is where Swamiji stopped and had a cup of tea. We take a cup of tea, the tea is still good. And he reached there and then he said that I am coming from Swami Shivanji. He sent me to you to learn Vedanta. Then he asked, did he send you a letter? Yeah, he sent, but I didn't bring. No, I want a letter. Get the letter. Get me the letter. No, Swamiji has no hope. So he went back. And went back and came with, afterwards he picked up the letter and then came back again. And when he came back again, he didn't ask for the letter. He said, okay. That was the test. Whether he is eager to learn or not. If he is not eager to learn, he won't have returned, you see. Forget about it now. So after all this running about, if the student still sticks to his desire, then the teacher understands that he is very eager. In fact, this method was used by Yamadharma Raja himself with regard to Nachiketas. There is a Upanishad called Kathopanishad. The Kathopanishad is the Nachiketas is a student. He was only a 9-year-old boy. And he went to Yamaraj. Yamaraj gave 3 boons. And first boon he encashed that my father, when I return, he made sure he is going to return. And he receives me happily. So his dharma, his duty towards his parents, that's why a seeker of Vedanta, first he has duty towards his family, immediate family, parents, children, etc. That is to be fulfilled. Then he has a duty towards the society. That also he has to fulfill. Second boon he encashed by saying that people want to go to heaven, they work so hard, is there any shortcut method? So please tell me, you know you have reached there, so you have gone beyond that, you must have done many rituals to get to this position. So therefore, please tell me, what is the shortcut method? So Yamaraj gives him a beautiful, yajna, havan. And that ritual is called Nachiketa Yajna. If you perform, you will attain heaven, ityadi. Now then, third boon he asked Oh Lord, you are the one dispensing the souls according to their merit. Now, there are so many versions are there in our earth that some say it exists, some say it doesn't exist. Please tell me, what is the truth? What is the soul? And what exactly happens after death? So this is the topic of discussion in Kathopanishad. So now Yamaraj doesn't want to give him answer immediately, so he tempts him. Beta, why do you want to know all these things? You are young, you go back and enjoy life. I will give you thousands of years of life. Then Nachiketas was looking the other side, frustrated. And he said, he looked at the side, these angels were flying with their aerial cars and all that, music instruments. Then Yamaraj thought, oh, this is what you want, you are attracted. I will give you that also, take it. Then Nachiketa said, Tavaiva vaha tavanirtya kite. Keep it with yourself, you are dancing and music, I am not interested. So Yamaraj tested him many ways, but he did not budge. He wanted to know the truth. So then Yamaraj had no other way, and he had to teach. That whole teaching is called Kathopanishad. It's very beautiful Upanishad. I hope I kindle some interest in you. He says that will give me heavenly pleasures, elephants, horses, gold, etc. If we are in his place, we would say, after all, moksha can wait. Let me enjoy this. So we can seek it later, therefore we will break if there is a little bit temptation. That is why Nachiketa immediately got liberation, because of that sincerity. Therefore, show your sincerity with regard to learned people. That is what Panchatantra it is. Vachyam Shraddha Sametasya Pruchatescha Visheshataha Proktam Shraddha Vihinasya Aranya Rutitopamam. So teach a person who has Shraddha. If you teach a person who has no Shraddha, it is like crying in the forest, crying in the wilderness. Shauryam Shatrujane. This is also an advice to a king. Shauryam, courage, valor with regard to the enemies. Then Kshama Gurujane. With regard to gurus or elders or teachers, we need to have kshama or patience, because learning is a gradual process. That's why all of you must have, the new parents who registered your children for Balivihar program. And when you pick up the child while driving home, you ask the child, Beta, what did you learn today? And what do you expect? Some good answer, right? But children will never answer. Nothing, they will say. Now you are disappointed. Have I wasted my money? This learning is not just like a music learning or mridangam learning. They can show immediately. It takes some time for them to grasp, absorb, mature. But it is a man-making program. That man-making program, that culture has to slowly mature in them. And that takes some time. They have to go 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, Fourth year, fifth year, you will see the changes in them, their behavior, their maturity comes. So we have to be patient, but don't get frustrated. Don't think that we are not doing anything. We are doing everything. But we have to be patient. So that Shamaha, we have to have that Shama. Nowadays, everything we have got is instant, like instant coffee, instant idli, instant noodles, everything is instant only. We want instant moksha also. There are people also want Vedanta like that. That won't work. Therefore, patience is required. Kshanashaha Kshanasacheva vidyam artham cha sadhyayed. Money is also earned pi, isn't it? Similarly, knowledge is also gained kshanashaha, kshanam, minute after minute. Naturally, it requires patience. You will say, Swamiji, Gita classes are taking too long. Can you complete them quickly? How can you 700 verses be taught in a day? I have a program. 7 days I will teach you Bhagavad Gita. Because Sambhurna Gita is a program we are planning, evening lectures. Sambhurna Gita, the whole 18 chapters of Gita you will hear from me. 1.5 hours every day evening, 7:30 to 9. I will guarantee you, we will run through Bhagavad Gita, main points, the salient point. But I will connect you also the thoughts. It's not just island sitting there, we will connect you also. You will see Sampurna Gita. So I have developed a program that is going to help you to get inspired to study in detail every chapter afterwards. So that program is coming. That is in December 11th through 17th, Monday through Sunday. There is a program. Look for it, announcement will come. Even Parayanam takes 4 days actually. Then what to talk about learning? Therefore, patience is an important character. Then Chauryam Shatrujane Kshama Gurujane Kantajane Drishtata Echaivam Purusha Kalasu Kuchalasteshveva Logastitihi. Narijane Dhurtada. Narijana means woman folk. Dhurtada with regard to women, Dhurtada means shrewdness, smartness, skill, alertness. We can use any word that is particularly an advice directed towards men. What do you mean by shrewdness with regard to women? Shrewdness is the capacity to transact with women without developing a weakness and attachment for them. This is a big skill. It is because once a person forms a weakness or attachment, he will be enslaved. Just as there is an addiction for liquor or cigarettes, similarly here also, a person can become enslaved. Once a person becomes enslaved, the first casualty is discrimination. Therefore, the consequence be negative. This does not mean that one should hate women or one should look down upon women. This is vice versa also, okay? Women to men also. There should be respect, there can be respect, and there can also be transactions, but it should be without developing weakness for each other. This advice is directed towards men and women, and we can equally give an advice to women also. For women, it would be Purusha Jane Durdhata. It is called skill. Echaivam Purushaha Kalasu Kushalaha. Those people who are expert with regard to the art of dealing with people, it is an art. Oh, my time. Okay. Let us stop. Thank you. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Krishnaarpanastu.
Thank you, Swamiji. Can I request all the rest of us stack the chairs? Seven chairs. Check, 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 check. Okay. Oh. Let's see if we can all stay really quiet till the other classes come. Okay? Quiet. All of you close your eyes. All of you look this side and close your eyes. All of you close your eyes. And think of your favorite God. Close your eyes. The image of your favorite God should be in front of you. It could be Ganesha, it could be Hanumanji, it could be Radha Krishna, anybody. But really quiet. Okay, very good. So are we ready to do the Aarti? Okay. I want continue to stay quiet. Okay. I want 4 teachers. Okay, we can start. All right, this line. First, Hari Om. Shh. Okay, this line, stand up. One minute. This line, stand up. 1 minute. Shankarji, நீங்க இங்க வந்துருங்க. வரமாட்டீங்க. Okay, we can start.
आरती प्रिया प्रीतम की मंगल प्रीति दोहुन की मंगल कांति हम सनी दसनन की मंगल मुरली बीना धुन की मंगल आरती मंगल बनिका त्रिभंगी हरि की मंगल सेवा सब चर चर की मंगल सिर चंद्रिका मुकुट की मंगल छबिने नन में अटकी मंगल आरती की मंगल छटप भी अंग अंग की मंगल गौर श्याम रस रंग की मंगल अति कटी पियारे पट की मंगल शिरोमणि नागर अटकी मंगल आरती मंगल शोभा कमल नयन की मंगल माधुरी मृदुल नयन की मंगल वृंदावन मग अटकी मंगल क्रीडन जमुना तट की मंगल आरती मंगल चरण अरुण तरुवन की मंगल करणी भगति हरिजन की मंगल जुगल प्रिया भावन की